What's up, everybody? This is Master Ian Gamer, and welcome back to another holiday special stream. Today we will be playing more Marvel Rivals. Been a little bit since I've played this game, but yeah, jumping back into the Marvel universe to play their new winter event. How are you all doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? Hello, Mustache, Ramiko, Anthony, Karibi1. Still getting used to all these names. Rex King, One Person, Neverland, SMGH, Peter, Dragonclaw, Winged Mikey, and BT23. Good to see you all. I hope you're having a good one. Staying warm out there in these frigid times. Hello, Tinteco. Welcome as well. Welcome, welcome. Are you all collectively MIG's managers? No, that's not how that works. I am managed by an army of stat bots who live in the basement and dictate everything I say, do, and think. So, unless you're one of those, yeah. Rough day? Oof, that's rough, buddy. Can we get a Zuko in here to rough poor Anthony? Got all the free Overwatch Twitch drops. Well, way to go. Congratulations. I have yet to do that. Maybe I will if I remember. Hello, Santa Knight. Welcome. Good to see another one in the holiday spirit. Santa's going to put nitro in my stocking. Well, I hope he does. Although, if Santa gives me nitro, does that mean Santa's an enabler? Does that make Santa problematic? Do we need to cancel Santa? I'm gonna be real, it was only a matter of time. When do you celebrate Christmas? On December 25th. Like most people, I'm pretty sure. Gonna watch Sonic 3 later today. Currently outselling Mufasa 2-1. Gee, why am I not surprised? 86 critic score, 98 audience score. Wow. I hope it's good. Stockings are cool. Imagine a few of those may just be socks for, you know. Excuse me? Oh. Oh. I would never with such a fine piece of decoration and clothing, I'll have you know. That's best relegated to like old socks that are too worn out to wear anymore, right? I would never. Gonna get Funko Brig in your stocking, but where is it? On your head? Perhaps she's lurking somewhere. I don't know. I don't see her much anymore. I only ever see her when we're up in the battle bus. Maybe she's just like stuck up in the stratosphere at this point. Could be. Could be. Hello, Fat Dabs. Welcome. Good to see you. Saw Sonic 3 yesterday. Worth it. You'd watch it again. Well, I'm glad to hear it's a good movie, or at least people are enjoying it. I did not murder Funko Brig. I'm not convinced she was ever even alive to begin with. Is music from this background actually playing? Is it even audible? Should be. Be back next Halloween like Chucky. I'll just play Marvel Rivals with you. I don't know. I'd have to friend a bunch of people, and that would get out of hand. You're thinking the other day, would coal actually be that bad of a gift? Today, yeah, but back in the day, you could use it to heat your house. It's winter, you'd be cold. Yeah, I've thought about that too. I feel like coal as like a gift is like, okay, like I understand why a kid would be like, ew, coal, it's all dirty and ugly and messy and you can't play with it. But like, if you're a normal person, you're like, ooh, coal. One less family member will freeze to death this winter. More Fortnite skins now compatible with kicks, including a Morton Joe. Hey! Good to know. Another idea for merch, proud citizen of the Kiri Nation. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I think legally I could probably get away with Kiri Nation. As long as I don't use any, like, official artwork of Kiriko, I could probably get away with, like, selling Kiri Nation merch. In mythology, Santa left coal to let Krampus know of the naughty kids to either kidnap or beat or torture them. Oh, so it's tied to the Krampus lore. Okay. That would make sense, I guess. I could see that. Yeah, that definitely makes more sense, I think. And then, unfortunately, Krampus sort of burnt out as a concept. Oh, parents didn't want to terrify their children anymore. What does the world come to? Kiri Nation, oh boy. That's what fan art for merch is for. Well, if any of you make fan art merch, feel free to let me know. I'd love to see what it looks like. Found PvE stuff in the files because you've data mined. Is it other than the Maximilian voice lines? Have you found stuff other than that? Because if so, I'd be curious what you found. A Krampus Loki skin. That would be quite fitting, wouldn't it? I could see that. Krampus wasn't ethical anymore. You say put fear in the children. Yes, let them fear. Let the children live in terror. Just as Santa would want. Well, I'm just finishing up my my food here, and then we can get going with playing. Send the audio files. Well, if you want, you can send them on Discord, because I'm sure a lot of people there would be interested in hearing the audio files as well. If you have like a compiled like YouTube video or something of all the audio files, that'd be helpful. You hear about the Marvel Rivals streamer event? No, I did not. I don't know anything about it. Peanut butter and jelly waffle? Not this time. I'm out of waffles. And I haven't been to the store in like over a week, so I gotta go. Maybe later today. You skin Hammond and everyone else into stockings? Again? I never did that. No. They're just fashioned in their likeness. Come on now. What do you take me for? Some sort of monster? It's a Jeff skin free. Apparently, but you have to like do challenges to get it. And I don't know if you can like actually technically get it yet, because I think it's like every week more challenges unlock, and you have to like accumulate them to get it. That's my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. Claim the free Yule jacket, glider, and back bling from the cabin today. Nice. I still got to do my cabin for today. Favorite and least favorite Rivals character? I don't think I really have a favorite and least favorite. I'm not invested in the game enough to really have that strong of an opinion. If you stream snipe select streamers at certain times, you get to pick a skin bundle for free. Really? That's interesting. All You Want for Christmas mode is so good with Mina, matches her personality perfectly. I know. Ah, she looks so good doing that dance. It fits her so well. So good. I still have to actually buy the emote. I haven't compelled myself to do it yet, but I know I will. Channel do you post the audio files to? You can post them in media dump so long as they're a friendly format. If you're posting like OGGs or something that Discord can't read, I would refrain from doing that because that'll just cause a mess. And if possible, I would recommend compiling them into a singular either like zip file or preferably a link to like a YouTube video that has them all. That would be the best way to put them up there. Or MP4. MP4, not MP3. If it's a video for like file that has all of them, then yeah, you could just post the video. That'd be fine. You got the Mariah skin today and you love it. Am I the only one who thinks the Mariah Carey skin looks a little creepy? It's giving me like plastic surgery vibes. It looks sort of off. I don't know, but like it's a fun skin to have in game. You want MHA X Rivals, Mantis, Mina, Tiny Gang, Orcas, Jeff, Bruce, Hulk, All Might. Oh man. Mantis would work so well for Mina. Hello, Double Edge, welcome. IRL, Mariah looks off. Hey, now, Karibi Wan, you can't say that about an actual person. Even if it is true. Shame the emote wasn't free after all. Yeah, it's a shame, but oh well. IRL, Ian looks off. What? How do I look off? What about me looks off? Tell me. Tell me so I can fix it, because I'm very self-conscious and obsessive. Santa hat. I'll have you know that I got this Santa hat for dirt cheap. Maybe it looks off, but I didn't have to pay more than a dime for it. Mariah's a real person, thought she was some sort of Christmas deity that invades your minds using a mystical chant. I mean, she could be both, you know. Never know what weapon wrap to give Mina. Do you have the UA weapon wrap? Because that's what I give her. I kind of wish there was like an acid weapon wrap. Prior to me getting the UA weapon wrap, I ran the TMNT, like, toxic waste wrap. Because it's like, it's green and her acid is white, but like, yeah, it's kind of close. But at this point, I just run the UA wrap. Because honestly, I really like just the colors of the UA wrap. Never mind the fact that it fits her thematically. What about GitHub? If you do it through GitHub, I'm not going to look at it because GitHub is annoying. I only use GitHub when I have to. Looks exactly like Jeff the Shark. Are you sure about that? If you killed me, would you get my powers? And what powers exactly would those be? I don't remember having powers. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you would gain. Depression, maybe? Just found the ooh woo weapon wrap. Ooh woo weapon wrap. I don't know about that one. Which one is that? Am I going to add Jeff to the bottom? Maybe. If I can find a good sprite for him, I might. You already had depression? Well, now you get it again. Lucky you. Double D. Need a pack for a trip you're leaving tomorrow. Ooh, like a holiday type trip? Or a holiday type trip? Hopefully a good trip, I'll say. Hopefully a good trip. Weapon wrap from Chapter 4, Season 4. I see. Well, if you don't have the UA wrap, I guess it'll have to suffice. Hammond and Kiriko asked people to make merch, which is the reason why the stockings look like them. Or maybe I just wanted to, you know, show some love and representation to some of the best characters we have around here, you know? Maybe I just want to show my appreciation for the friends we've made along the way. In general, YouTuber, I would be wary of posting links of that nature. Those could easily get picked up by bots as potential malware, given the format. And I would never encourage anyone on my server to ever click on something like that, so... You should just post a video for it. Hello, Robo Blastoise. Welcome. Good to see you. Renewing your membership later today when you get paid. Oh, hey, no worries. I always appreciate your membership. Art of Ian sitting in a chair in pain like the Evangelion meme, surrounded by the most annoying redeems. So just surrounded by Spooky Co. is what you're saying. That's who I'd be surrounded by.
Boo!
Yeah, like that. Get the membership, you win every game in Overwatch instantly. That's true. That is absolutely true. YouTube members get a permanent Riz buff. They get a permanent guarantee to win every match they ever play in any game ever. They become cooler. They become handsomer. And more importantly than anything else, to get custom foxes. YouTuber, I don't know what sort of format you want to go with for it. I mean, if you have the files, I would assume you just throw them into like Premiere Pro or a similar program and just pump it out as a video. That's what I would do, but the onus is on you. Higher the membership, better the Riz. Absolutely. Members get 19 inches of venom. Now, I'm not sure I'm legally allowed to promise that specifically, but sure. Interesting thing you found out, if you use Mina with the doghouse slay emote in the shop, she has both legs on one side compared to the other skins. Really? I kind of want to check that now, because I don't think I've actually looked at it with Mina specifically. I've been playing a lot of Starfire lately. I'll have to check that. I wonder if that's similar to, like the Widowmaker poses in Overwatch, where they're like, well, we don't want to upskirt. So she has, like, different poses with certain skins. Stockings are Wrecking Ball, Kiriko, as well as her avatar skin and Mina. You know, that avatar skin is actually her own character, believe it or not. It's not just Kiriko. Suki is a character who exists. She doesn't only exist as an extension of Kiriko. People complain about Kiriko, yet she has a terrible winning percentage amongst healers. She does. Also, hello, Visual Key Kiriko. I think you're a new one. I don't know if I've seen you before, unless you're someone who renamed yourself. In which case, welcome. Always good to see another Kiri. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Kiriko gets a lot of hate for, frankly, what I think to be really unfair reasons. And I'm not even saying that just as like a Kiriko main. Like, you look at a character like Mercy. Mercy gets as many skins as Kiriko. And yet, whenever Mercy gets a new skin, people are like, oh, there's another Mercy skin. But then Kiriko gets another skin, and everyone just goes, Ree! Just starts screaming and yelling about how stupid it is. It's like, well, that seems a little, unfair that one character gets treated such differently from the other. Yeah, and then people always complain about Kiriko because they're like, oh, Kiriko's OP. Why would they ever buff Kiriko? Even if stat-wise, she's like objectively an underperforming support. They're like, oh, just keep nerfing her. Suzu OP. It's like, Suzu isn't OP. It really isn't. I think the reason Kiriko gets so much disproportionate hate is because she's, in a lot of ways, she's sort of emblematic of people's hatred for Overwatch 2. I think a lot of people look at Kiriko and immediately associate her with everything they hate about Overwatch 2, regardless of whether or not she actually has anything to do with that. Because somebody looks at Mercy and they see Mercy eating a bunch of skins and they're like, oh, but I love Mercy because I love playing Overwatch 1 and I love Huge Res and it was haha, good memories. And then they'll get Kiriko getting all these skins. They're like, oh, these new Overwatch 2 heroes. Gooner bait. Like, I don't think it's fair. It's not fair how they treat poor Kiri. Someone who hasn't seen MHA, is Mina human? Yes, Mina is human. Mina is human. She just has a quirk that makes her look a little different. But in the end, she is still as human as you or me. Well, I'm technically an Omnic, so I'm not human, and I have no idea what you are, Fat Dabs, so... She might actually be more human than either of us. Imagine an anime, Kirisuba, with Ian resurrected into a world as an Omnic stuck traveling with a masochist Spookyko, explosive obsessed Chibi Kiriko, and useless fox girls Tsukijin Kiriko. Why would Chibi Kiriko? Like, I see the parallels you're making, but like I almost feel like I guess yeah, if they all have to be like Kiriko variants, I guess Chibi Kiriko would make the most sense to line up there. Useless Tsukijin Kiriko, oh my god. Spookyko would be the masochist, wouldn't she? That's Suki from Overwatch? Wow. Because Mercy isn't rude to everyone. Yeah, okay, that's the other thing. Kiriko's an objectively annoying character. So I think that also contributes to it. Granted, that doesn't mean that the double standard is okay. Like, okay, just because one character is annoying and unlikable doesn't mean that it's less fair for them to get a bunch of skins relative to another character who happens to be more likable. Just a meme at this stage, people think they're funny by hating on her. I really do think it has just become like a trendy thing. It's just trendy to hate Kiriko. It's like, it doesn't matter whether somebody like actually does or not. It's just like, oh, they see everybody hates Kiriko, so everybody else just hates Kiriko too. Like, that's just the thing. Everybody just hates Kiriko. The same way, like, for a long time, people thought Bastion was OP for like a period in Overwatch 1 when he just objectively wasn't. Everybody hated Bastion and thought he was stupidly OP just because a bunch of people remembered when he was OP at launch very briefly, and then he got nerfed into the ground. But, like, nobody actually was still playing at that point, so they just said, oh, Bastion OP, because they remembered him being OP for like a week, and then that just perpetuated, and everybody thought Bastion was OP for years when he just was awful. So yeah, that absolutely happens. There's a lot of people who don't actually play the game who are still, for whatever weird reason, super invested and involved with, like, the game as a community. Seeing Juno hate already bothers you. She has like 5 to 6 skins. She probably will get a lot of skins, but the moment it ain't that bad. Yeah, I think in the case of Juno, I think it's people just sort of anticipating her becoming the next Kiriko has already primed them to hate Juno in the same way they hate Kiriko. Where it's like, they look at Juno and have an expectation of what she's going to become, even though she isn't that yet. Not at all. And they immediately get angry about it because they're like anticipating something that'll piss them off. So they're preemptively pissed, basically. Yeah. And cringe-ords like Samito for the carry hate. Has he hated on Kiriko? I mean, I know he wasn't like a fan of Suzu, but I don't know that I would compare that necessarily. I think of Samito as more of like a Brig hater. But even then, I don't think he's necessarily caused a lot of hatred for Brig. I think typically in cases like that, it's not really the person, like the creator, who causes like the hate for the hero to exist. I think it's them capitalizing on like a latent pre-existing feeling a lot of people have. And I think Brig is another like terrific example of how like everyone's first impression with Brig was her being super OP and super annoying to play against, and she has never shaken that since. Never. It's been years that since she was in that state, and she was in it for so briefly, but since that was people's first impression about Brig, they're always going to hate Brig. It doesn't matter what you do. Even if you're a new player coming into the game who has no impression yet, your first impression is going to be entering a community of players who already hate Brig. thus giving your first impression of Brig to be that you hate Brig too. And then they just perpetuate it for the next new players coming in. Yeah. You can never shake first impressions. No, Ian Ricardo, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. Consider people an MHA mutants. I mean, effectively they are, yeah. In essence, that's just, yeah, just what they are. New drawing in the artwork channel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do we need to take a look? Hold on, let me quickly get caught up with chat here. I'm behind. Then I'll look at what's in the artwork channel. The amount of fan art that needs to be made is piling up. Yeah, someone should get on that. I know Ian Ricardo ain't the only talented artist in my chat. Y'all should get on that. Hello, Scorpio, welcome. Hello, Willow, welcome as well. Let me just get caught up here in chat and I'll check the artwork. Fell in love with Brigitte even before owning it? I mean, if I can easily see that. You just look at her and fall in love with her, but unfortunately, people are pretty quick to throw that out the window when they don't like getting stunned. All right, what we got here? What was posted? Really? All right, here, let me bring this up and we can talk about this. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Ian Ricardo. What is with you and getting these great ideas? You do such a good job with them too. I love it. Here, let me bring it up. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is that, yeah, and that's Nitro there, isn't it? These are so great. I love these. You do such a good job with these. These are so much fun. You know what? That's actually a pretty good pose you got there. The sitting cross-legged, like, you did a good job with, like, the posing of the legs. Oh, man. And I love the spooky co lurking outside. Right where she belongs. I'm Sombra hate? No. Continue Sombra hate. Please. She deserves more. So, Scorpio, you were the one that requested this. Well, you did a very good job with Idiot and Ricardo. I quite like it. I did finally share the Mina one you did on Twitter. Because I remember you had like shared your Twitter account that you'd made, but I hadn't realized you'd actually posted the artwork until I just happened to check it today. And I saw you'd posted it, so I retweeted it. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You draw, but you're a perfectionist and hate everything you make. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist as well, and it's really annoying. It's kind of something that I think you just have to sort of force yourself to ignore. It's really hard. Like, I definitely get it. It is really hard being a perfectionist, because you'll never be satisfied with anything you do. Or anything anyone else does, for that matter, which I think is even worse in a lot of ways. But you did a fantastic job here with this. I love it. Brig is a Swedish accent in the Rhine animated short, and then she dropped it afterwards. Yeah, her whole, like, Swedish vibe kind of evaporated, didn't it? Is that what it looks like when you stream without the green screen? What? Pillow looks used? Excuse me? Excuse me? Hate Sombra so much, kidnapped, duct taped, and tortured her. Nothing she hasn't done to Wrecking Ball, so, you know. What am I watching on TV? Good question. Probably watching the new MHA episodes or something. Spooky Go planning her next scare. Planning her next scare, or just wishing she could come inside? She's probably like a vampire. She probably can't come in unless she's invited. And you know I'm never going to invite her in. So, like... You gonna mention the body pillow? I'm gonna be real. That pillow looks a little small to be a body pillow. It's like a junior pillow. Although I do like how you achieved the look of Kiriko, like, on a pillow like that. That actually came out really well. You're doing a really good job with these. I always love you seeing you do these. That's right. Get obscured, Spooky Co. I accidentally posted this above the redeem layer. Deal with it. Couldn't afford the big one. Oh, I'll afford it. All right, I'll find a way to afford the big one.
Avatar, you gotta deal with
How many
it.
nitros in the garbage can? Don't worry about it.
You gotta deal with it. I'm the Avatar. You gotta deal with it.
Rewatching ATLA? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. So YouTuber, I'm listening through some of these lines here. Yeah, I think these sort of files are interesting because it's like, why would they add these unless they're planning to do more PvE stuff, you know? And like, does this mean there is going to be more PvE stuff coming up? I don't know. It's an interesting question because, again, it does line up with the 18-month release cadence we'd seen previously for like content with things, or at least that they said they'd planned to do in terms of content release. And like, yeah, a lot of these sound just like NPC lines and stuff coming through that you would like have in missions. They never technically, well, first of all, hello Teal Owl, welcome. But they never technically, like, they never publicly said that it would be an 18-month cadence. That's what we know from insider stuff. We know from insider information that that was the planned release cadence of PvE missions, was to be every 18 months. But that same insider information also stated that PvE was now effectively canceled and there wouldn't be any more. And I'm willing to believe that because the PvE we did get wasn't great. And if I'm being totally honest, if they release like 3 more missions that are effectively the same type of missions we got in the last PvE in terms of like the gameplay and how they work, I don't know if I'd even bother playing them. Like, I'd probably play through them once just to see, like, how they go, but, like, I wouldn't be excited for that. Like, it just wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun. So, like, if they end up adding more PvE stuff like this, I don't know, like, what the point would even be, so to say. Other than them being like, oh, we need to fulfill this promise of releasing PvE, even though nobody cares about it at this point. Nobody would be excited for it at this point. It's just more, like, more stuff, you know? It's Rivals Winter event. Yes, they added a Jeff Splatoon mode, apparently, which I'll be playing as soon as I get around to it. It's already been an hour, but hey, we're chatting, you know. Imagine a dystopian ATLA sequel where everything went to shit again and just became Mad Max, but with benders. You mean like what the leaks have suggested the next series of Avatar is going to be like? Making Sombra watch anime. As if she doesn't already. Thought of another version of this drawing that'll make the entire chat hit redeem sus for hours. Oh dear. Well, as enticing as that might be to see, if it's too sus, I won't be able to show it on stream. Just FYI. Keep that in mind. Have I ever played Splatoon? I have a little bit. It's been a long time, though. It was Splatoon 1 I played a bit of. I haven't played it at all since then. Gotta choose one to erase from your life forever. Who are you picking, Spookiko or Sombra? Now, do you mean, like, erase the memories of them or erase them from existence? Because if so, Sombra, 100%. Get her out of here. Just delete her already. You just don't want to play Jeff in Marvel Rivals? That's actually kind of true. I kind of don't want to play Jeff. You'll make me forget about the artwork if you do that. Don't go erasing my mind. Marvel Ian Gamer. Yuck. I mean, considering how well the video I just published talking about Overwatch panicking over Marvel Rivals did. Maybe I should become a Marvel Rivals creator. Clearly, that's where people's interests lie. Well, perhaps it's that time then, chat. Perhaps it's time for us to actually play. You must all play someday. Why not today? Have I tried Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare? No, I've not played Garden Warfare. I played the original Plants vs. Zombies. I quite enjoyed that. Choosing a Mina pickaxe. Normal pickaxe or the stick? I mean, I actually really like her normal pickaxe. I think it's pretty good. I just like coming up with more, you know, unique options for her. Like the acid fists. But I don't know. The stick could work too. Don't like Rivals, just doesn't suit you. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna actually finally do a video now basically talking about why I haven't been sold on Marvel Rivals. Or why it hasn't converted me from Overwatch. Because, like, you all have heard me talk about it a good bit at this point, but, like... the game's fun, but, like... it's not as fun, you know? Of playing both games? Yeah, fair enough. Make a video out of the voice lines? I might. I'll need to go through more of them and sort of look into some other things. Because I'm trying to discern, like... I want to come up with a good idea of what they actually mean, you know? Like, why are they here? Why are they here now? It seems like they're probably being added as a way to sort of... like, is like a preparation type thing for being added in like a future update, which means PvE is still a thing that'll be coming back. Do you want them all? I mean, if you can find a way to concisely post all of them without just posting 300 individual voice files on the server, feel free to share them. Because people other than me even will be excited to see what they all are. But... I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of all these leaked lines. It seems really weird that they would ever end up in the game at this point, especially if they weren't intending to do more PvE, but at the same time, I kind of have a hard time believing they will do more PvE. Unless... oh, you know what they might do? They might add more PvE missions, but make them free. I think that could be what they're doing. Because assuming they were already like 80% of the way done with these missions, and they're up against Marvel Rivals and need something to edge out over Rivals, they might just release the remaining PvE missions and like brute force finish them, and then make them just like free to play. I could see them doing that. Didn't Rivals release a comic, like a comic version of Marvel Rivals characters only? They might have. I don't know. I feel like people are playing Rivals out of spite sometimes. Yes, I kind of agree. I think there are a lot of people hating on I think Rivals, not to say that Rivals is like a bad game and that people aren't genuinely enjoying it, because I think a lot of people are genuinely enjoying Rivals, but I think there are a lot of people who are like overzealous with their love for Rivals simply because they feel so betrayed by Overwatch for so long that now that Rivals is here and they're having fun with Rivals, it's like the perfect opportunity for them to like stab back at Overwatch and be like, ha, Rivals is so much better, die Overwatch. Like, I think that's definitely a thing too. Because a lot of people have been very frustrated with Overwatch for a very long time, for very valid reasons, mind you. The revenge is here, indeed. Indeed. Don't suspect his people in chat or Discord of that? I mean, not necessarily. I think a lot of people have genuine appreciation and love for Rivals. And I think another bigger aspect of it, well, here, let me actually just get over to the game first before I yap more. Hold up. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I think a lot of people also just really love Rivals because it's Marvel, and a lot of people really love Marvel. Like, I was, like, looking at the comparison for me personally, where it's like, if Marvel Rivals was, like, My Hero Academia Rivals instead of Marvel, I would, like, almost certainly enjoy this game a lot more. I don't know that I would still enjoy it any more than, like, Overwatch, but I would absolutely like this game a lot more if these are all, like, My Hero characters as opposed to Marvel characters. The fact that I just don't care at all about Marvel is like a major aspect of why this game isn't selling me, and I'm sure it's being sold for a lot of other people because they love Marvel, and being able to play as Iron Man and Spider-Man and all these characters is really enticing. And like, that's cool. Like, I'm glad people who love these characters get to play them in a game like this. I can appreciate that, even if I'm not the person who's enjoying it. But I do think that is also a major aspect of it. And I think a lot of people who say, like, oh, the gameplay of Rivals is better than the gameplay of Overwatch, it's like, maybe in some ways, but, like, by and large, I think a lot of what makes Rivals enjoyable for a lot of people is the Marvel property. And that's fair. As a broader appeal, yeah, exactly. It's a very broad appeal, which is why a lot of people really like it. I always wanted to be a giant tree monster. For me, though, I would even actually say Rivals is, like, hindered by the Marvel property, though. Because, like, if anything, I have, like, a negative association with Marvel at this point, just because of how shit the MCU is at this point, and how sick I am of seeing Disney pump out more Marvel slop. So, the Marvel IP, if anything, is, like, a negative aspect for me in this game. But, well, like, I can put that aside. I don't hate Marvel so much that I'm, like, deterred from playing a fun game because of the property. It's just not doing anything for me, you know? Anyways, let's see. Oh, I need to ask you all something, because I noticed this. And I want to double check with you all who are more experienced to make sure that this is how these work. So we go to cosmetics. You go to the MVP, which, you know, are the highlight intros, basically. You can't see it because my head's in the way. Hold up. Let me move my body here. You can see above acquire, it says costume exclusive. Can't see my cursor either, but we're down here. It says costume exclusive. Does that mean you can only use this highlight intro if you're using this skin? Because the same applies to this one. It says the exact same, costume exclusive. It says it's bundle exclusive. But if you have the bundle, if you have this, can I use this highlight intro, but with the default Jeff skin, is what I'm asking. You can only use the highlight intro with said skin. That's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about. Yeah. That's really dumb. That is, like, really, really dumb that highlight intros are bound to the skin. Like, I get why. Like, I understand why, just looking at, like, the style of animation they're doing. Like, I don't think these animations would really work as, like, an in-engine rendering on the fly. These are basically just, like, MP4s they're playing. So, like, all these highlight intros are pre-rendered, which is probably why they can't have it with different skins. But it's really annoying that you can't have it with different skins. Even though you're using a different skin, that skin will show up no matter what. So, like, if I'm running the default Jeff skin, but I have this MVP equipped, the MVP will show this skin, even if I wasn't running this skin in the match. You're saying that's how it works. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. Do not like that at all. Okay. All right. Well, is there something else I had to adjust first? I don't think so. I think we can just get into playing. All right. Okay, so we have the new mode and then the decorating. So you have to do missions to get the gold stars, and the gold stars are used to buy the skins and MVP thing and all that, yeah? Ian's the only Jeff hater? I don't think so. And I don't even say I hate Jeff. I just think he's really annoying to play against because his ultimate is really annoying. That's why I don't like him. He's annoying to play against. Message all the audio files. If you can find a way to compile them into like a zip folder or something like that, feel free to send them to me. But like, I just don't want to be like sent 300 loose files is the thing, because like I don't want to deal with that. Nobody does. If you can find a way to compile them into like a video, or like even just zip them into like a folder that can be shared in a reasonable way, even if it's like a handful of zip files, like maybe you can fit them into like 5 separate ones that they're divided into, I'd gladly take a look at those. But I don't want someone to DM me like 300 loose audio files. I don't want to sort through that. Really embrace the cringe with Jeff, don't they? Cringe? I don't know if I'd say cringe. I don't think Jeff's cringe. I think he's cute. He's basically a dog. He's like a funny dog. Like that's why he's cute and is so popular. Wait for the marketable plushies. Oh yeah, the fact that Marvel Rivals didn't launch with Jeff plushies being sold was a huge missed opportunity on their part. I'm just gonna say it. They would have made so much merchandise revenue if they'd done that. Although I'm actually kind of curious how merchandise for Marvel Rivals would work. Like, given that it's like an established IP with Marvel and like Disney's role and everything, like how would merchandise even be handled? Would they do merchandise of like a character's design from Marvel Rivals? Or would it just be general Marvel merchant. I don't know how that would work. Huh. Plushies of Jeff already exist? Yeah, I guess so, probably. But like the fact that they didn't release anything like in conjunction with Marvel Rivals feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. Would have rather had Jeff in Fortnite than Gwenpool's pig. Oh, I definitely prefer Jeff's design over the pig. Yeah, for sure. Hello, Valastor. Playing Rivals, what are my thoughts? Well, I haven't actually played the new winter event yet. That's what we're going to do right now. Making a splash. It's already an All Might mod for Hulk. I was looking at some of the mods, and I am shocked that those actually work. And that whoever the hell makes this game hasn't, like, cracked down on that yet. Okay, so we cover it with snow. Oh, did we joined mid-match, didn't we? Yeah, so it's like turf war, right? Okay, and that's the enemy snow, and you cover it with... Can I? Okay, so we can still fight each other. That makes sense. What way could you send it to me? If you can find a way to compile it into a reasonable format, that would be the best way to send it. And it would be very much appreciated because even if I don't do a video with those or anything, those would be interesting files to have like archived, you know? Just to like keep tabs on for potential future use. Woo. I do like that we all get to use this winter skin for this. Yeah, Discord would be the best place to share it, YouTuber, if you're able to through there. No! No! Yeah, that's annoying. Wonder if next year at your local anime convention they'll have Jeff items. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how this next convention season is going to have so many Marvel cosplayers and merchandise being sold. I guarantee you we're going to see like Psylocke everywhere. Which is a shame because for every Psylocke cosplay, that's one fewer potential Kiriko cosplay. So, you know. It comes at a cost. Suffer as I have. Spreading liquid substance all over the map. Yeah, please ignore the white substance I'm spraying all over the place. Nothing sus to see here. Expecting Squirrel Girl cosplays? Oh yeah, I bet we're gonna see a lot of those. A lot of Psylocke, a lot of Squirrel Girls. Who else? Oh, a lot of Luna Snows for sure. Yeah, Psylocke and Luna Snow are probably going to be the two we see the most of, if I had to hazard a guess. It's sort of funny just seeing, like, an army of Jeffs lined up. Oh, I didn't get to vote for people. Just snow. Exactly, it's just snow. Maybe Penny Parker. I could see Penny Parker being cosplayed the way Diva has gotten cosplayed a lot, where it'll function as like a couple's cosplay where the girl is Penny and then the guy is the mech. I'm expecting to see that a lot. And we'll probably actually see it more than the Diva ones because Penny's mech is easier to design as like an outfit than Diva's mech. Ooh. Found a Kiriko cosplayer this year. I remember you sent the pic. Mode is so cute. It is pretty cute, yeah. It is fun to just have a bunch of little Jeffs, you know, running around doing their thing. And it's a fun mode, so it doesn't matter if you get spat off the map over and over again. Oh my god, we're so far behind here. To the ledge we go. Ow! Kiriko cosplay where? Double Edge. Saw one at a convention she was at a while back. Sent a picture. You posted it on the Discord, but that was like months ago, so I don't. You can try to find it if you want. It wasn't Spooky Co, just FYI. I'm willing to bet no one will ever cosplay Spooky Co. Oh, sadly, people just don't care about that skin. Looks better than Splatoon? I don't know. Splatoon is like different weapons and stuff. This is pretty simple. This is like a simple one-off recreation of Turf War. You have the nailed it emote in Fortnite. I don't think so. How did we suddenly turn the tides of this? Woo. No! No! Free me.
You're way more fantastic than they are.
They won't cosplay because they don't want their grippers out. I mean, they could just wear those, like, toe shoe things, and that'd probably work. The grippers are what turned you off from buying it? What? You don't even see the grippers. They're so easy to pretend that they're not there. You don't even have to think about them. That's what I do. I'm way more fixated on what's going on upstairs anyways. You can cosplay as Spooky Co? Something tells me I don't have the figure for it. Of the Fury Assault Rifle in Fortnite. I like it, but it's not as good as the like Hollow Twister one because it doesn't have a sight on it. I use an AR for longer range, so not having a sight on the AR is kind of a deal breaker for me. We all know we bought the skin for the grippers. I'm sure that is obviously the reason I got it and nothing else whatsoever. Couldn't be any other reason, right? No, must have been the grippers. Must have been the grippers. It's not like there's anything else on that skin that I would like. Come with me, and you'll die. Man, even from that distance, they just can't recover. That is brutal. Another perk to an already beautiful skin. Honestly, if it weren't for you all, I'd forget the skin even has grippers. Like, I don't even think about that, honestly. That is so far from why I care about the skin. Ugh. Pay 2,000 coins for Kiriko wearing a potato sack. I mean, if she still looks cute in it, then yeah, why not?
You're way more fantastic than they are.
Blizzard started it with that post. Yeah, I've wondered whether or not that post helped or hurt the sales of that skin. Because if I'm being totally honest, I think most people only know about that skin because of that post. That skin flew so far under the radar. I never see anyone talk about it or bring it up. What? No! No! We were so close!
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
What if Overwatch introduced kicks? Would you buy them? Yeah, just so I can put shoes on Spooky Co. Look at that. We got a golden star. Put shoes on Sigma. Yep. Let's play Jeff. Skin people don't care for should have gone to the battle pass for that reason. I think honestly the reason it got so overshadowed is because it released at the exact same time as Toga. Everyone saw Toga and were like, oh my god, it's Toga. Nobody paid mind to poor little Spooky Co. They just ignored her. Because everyone was too busy, you know, getting their rocks off to Psycho Yandere. Everyone loves Toga. And sadly, it seems no one loves Spooky Co. People would rather have a Psycho than a poor little Spooky Fox. Psycho versus Spook. Sadly, the Psycho wins. I'm coming for you guys. It's my favorite Kiriko collab skin. Oh, come on now. You don't have to ask that. It should be obvious, isn't it? It's Suki, obviously. Honestly, I've been wondering lately if maybe Suki Kiriko is even better than Sukijin at this point. I know that's like an incredibly egregious thing to suggest, but like, I don't know. I really like her Suki skin. Even Sukijin is quivering in light of it. If Blizzard didn't say anything about the grippers, you know, the community would have. No, I don't think the community would have, because I don't think anyone would have even noticed the skin existed. This team did great. You've invested in Kiri coin? Oh, God. Can we please not go that direction? The last thing the Kiri Nation needs, its own cryptocurrency. It's like a hard game. What, this mode? It's actually been really easy. I think we've only lost once. Wonder how Overwatch would implement this mode. Obviously Mei or maybe Moira. Yeah, I think it would be Mei. 100% would be Mei. Because she could spray and then just cover everything. It'd be a really fun one. And you know what? With Marvel Rivals as competition and forcing Blizzard to up their game, maybe we get this next year. I hope so. I'm really curious to see how the whole like Overwatch creator community ends up evolving over 2025. Considering that like 80% of their biggest creators have just fully jumped ship to Rivals at this point, yeah, Blizzard's probably in trouble. I don't think they're going to get Flats back, if I'm being totally honest. I think at best they'll be able to pay him to come back for like major updates to like do a bit of coverage and streaming, but other than that, I think he's gone. I think he is done with Overwatch. And yeah, that's not going to be great for Overwatch. Keep forgetting Jeff can swim up walls. AFK, kill him. Oh, come on. So he's immune to being eaten by enemies if he's... Interesting. Flats played today with Emong. Played Overwatch. I know that he was coming back to do a lot of stuff now that 66 is in the game again. But I'm very skeptical that he'll stick with Overwatch long term at this point. Yeti Hunt 2 Electric Boogaloo. Now there are rare golden stakes that the Yeti can eat to get extra ult charge. There you go. That's how we do it. Oh, we are getting crushed. We are getting crushed. Aha! We've taken the lead. Wait, what? How did it suddenly turn that far? They had like 2 times the space we did all of a sudden. What on earth? Nowadays, you only change between Seraphim and Spookiko. I haven't run Spookiko in a long time at this point. I mean, that's not true. Like, literally How many days has it been? Less than a week since Suki's been in the game? It feels like it's been an eternity, though. Without my Spookiko.
Alright, time to find out who's our ultimate party shark.
Lance bans people who tell him to play Overwatch. That's probably because people are being annoying more than because they're saying play Overwatch, you know? Like, when you're that big, if you have people in your chat telling you what to do, yeah, you just ban them. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. No!
How embarrassing. I'll pretend I didn't see that.
Shut up. What do your bubbles do? They heal and also cause like a sort of like area effect. See, so when they pop, they cover the area in your snow color. No! No. No, no, no. Oh! He saved me! Thank you, Ally Jeff. Saving me from the brink. Come on, come on. Oh, no. Yes, yes, yes. Victory for the small. Well, I guess he's not really a mammal. He's a fish, but... No Knuckles, welcome. The rewards, you looked at Reapers, and it seems like it's a looting thing. Perhaps to return to the item system we saw back in the early days. Sea mammal. He's not even a mammal, though. It's not like he's a dolphin. He's a shark. Jeff's skin for MIG. What? How would that even work? How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to look like a little shark? Explain that to me. just say item. They don't say what it is. I mean, I guess that's like a safe, like, general way of referring to stuff. No. Seems cute. Becomes a cannibal in this. Oh, yeah. Mark onesie. You know what? I guess that could work, couldn't it?
Looks like we're falling behind a bit, but don't worry. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Whoops. No, no, no! No, please, come on, ah, not so easy, is it?
How embarrassing. I'll pretend I didn't
Shut
see
up,
that.
Spooky Coach. Shut up. Go away. I still have my Santa beard. I do. I just don't wear it because it looks sort of weird. Yeah, it's kind of itchy, you know. No. Come on, come on. No.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Let's play Splatoon at this point. Then I wouldn't be working towards unlocking my shark skin. Which, speaking of, where are we with challenges at the moment in this mode? So we have to win one more match. We can manage that. We can manage that. So how does this actually work then? You need to get like the little like snow point things. But you have to do that by upgrading the book or the card. So you spend the gold stars to upgrade the card, and then that gives you points that you can spend on the stuff. Okay. Seems simple enough. Let's get that last win. Yeah, it's a little pop-up. It is very cute. I like the implementation of the stuff for this. Stream sniping's harder than anticipated. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There's probably like over... Well, there's like probably several 100,000 people competing to do it, so... Yeah, good luck. What? A bubble. Why didn't it save me? Would Jeff be better as a back bling or a glider? Ooh. I could see him working as either, but honestly, I think a back bling would be better. Because then he can be like a cute little guy you carry around with you as you play. But I could see him being both. Oh, come on. I should have ulted there, you know what, to save myself and then eat him. I already have a tubby shark glider. Well, we can have another one then. They could just reskin it to be Jeff.
We're halfway through this little feeding frenzy. Great job! You're way more fantastic than they are.
Fantastic. Get it? Ha ha ha. Ready for the holidays? Ready for the holidays to be over, more like it. So there is just a hard wall there, I guess. That's what keeps you from spitting people over. That's kind of annoying, actually. Yes, yes, save me! Thank you, Fedo Jeff. Oh. It's too late. You'll never be able to make up the percentage. It's too late. Ah, we win. We win. Dear Santa, Ian, you want Jeff the Shark plushie? Oh, well, I can only do so much, you know. Where's my Christmas spirit? Gone. Reduced to ashes. Alright, that was the win we needed. That was the win. PvE is the push voice lines where they lose the robot and stuff. Are you sure those are tied to push as opposed to... Well, are you sure those are tied to PvE as opposed to just being, like, potential lines for push itself? Alright, what do we decorate first, folks? The tree, the present, the snowman... I feel like we should start with the tree. Oh, look, and it keeps getting bigger and or it can at least change, I guess. Not the presents yet. Snowman, maybe? Probably best to decorate first, yeah. There we go. There we go. Now, do you spend these to get it? Like, do I lose those points if I buy these? Or is it like, as you get that many, you upgrade through the thing? So, like, once I get 500, I'll have everything? Is that how it works? It's as you get it? Okay. So in the underground event, I had the robot. Yeah, that's true. It did have the robot. See, that's the other thing I'm thinking about, is like, what if these missions, rather than being like an overarching story type thing, ends up more so just being like underground type one-off PvE missions? That seems more likely to me. I think that's easier to implement. I don't know. I'm really curious to see where a lot of this story stuff and like the PvE line leaks end up going. Part of me almost wonders if Blizzard like intentionally leaked these into the files as a way to, like, entice people, you know? I almost wouldn't be surprised if they deliberately added them in this patch to get people excited for, you know, the future of Overwatch, regardless of what that actually ends up meaning. Happened with Doom. It happened with a lot of different things. It happened with Hazard, technically. We had that Ashe voice line in game for, I think, the better part of a year prior to Hazard actually releasing. That technically was referencing him. like referencing him by name too, where she mentions Has. Sad they canceled PvE. Hope they bring it back. I only hope they bring it back if it's good. That's the big caveat for me. Oh, that's all we got. No more Jeff to play. Well, now we can play the real game. Yay! Yay! Yeah, the voice line is an ultimate combo line, which I haven't actually heard happen in-game, but I'm pretty sure it happens when Bob kills an enemy who's rooted by Hazard's ultimate. She says something to the effect of, like, Bob appreciates an easy target, Has, or something like that. She literally says Has, which is clearly a reference. It's her shortening Hazard's name. And that audio file has been in the game since, like, April. Who do we got? Who do we got? Who says the Jeff mode isn't a real game? Listen. You know what I mean.
It's my best friend.
Well, look at you. Are you a superhero? What can you do? Okay, I'll let you show me.
Alright. So we gotta defend the site.
You know what to do, spiders?
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Mine's
3,
in place.
2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
April Fool ones are still in there. I think the April Fool's lines have, like, always been in there since they were first added.
Mine's in place.
They just sort of leave them in there and then only activate them around April Fools.
Time for some fireworks. Look at it. Need some help. Mine's in place. I know that sound.
Double kill!
Let's see an Arcane Overwatch collab. I don't know if that would happen.
Powering up.
Kind of an interesting one.
Keep an eye on this time for some fireworks.
That's not dead. That's not a gunshot.
So much better.
We are undefeatable!
It's spider time!
Spider time! No! My baby. Don't think Riot wants to collab with Overwatch anytime soon unless it's their IP? Probably not. That would be my guess too. Says here some of the old lines are kind of cringe in Rivals. Yeah,
You know what to do, spiders?
I don't know.
This is gonna hurt.
Kind of a weird thing. I'm trying to figure out like why so many of the lines in Rivals sound like annoying and cringe to me compared to like Overwatch lines. Because I can't really like find a way to like explain it outside of just subjectivity.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Time for some fireworks.
No. Working on a D&T Satyr Bard. Ooh.
Better stop that vehicle!
Despite it being the same voice actress, you think Penny is way more annoying. I actually kind of agree, and I'm not again like I have a hard time explaining why outside of just like subjective bias, but like it really does feel that way. It's like they took Kiriko,
We are undefeated.
everything, including everything bad about Kiriko, and then just removed the few parts of her that were likable and made Penny. Like what are Penny's redeeming qualities as a character?
A nice deep freeze.
I mean, I'm sure on like the lore front, there's probably a ton, but like none that are visible from just playing her in game, you know? I feel like that's a big part of Rivals too. Is just like being familiar with the characters and the lore of Marvel. I feel like is kind of necessary to enjoy a lot of aspects of it.
Now might be a good time to stop that.
Because like even if I recognize like map locations like Wakanda and whatever the hell this city's called. Well, this is Wakanda. I'm thinking of the Thor place. Asgard, that's it. Like, even if I recognize those locations, like, I don't really know much about them, like, in the context of Marvel and, like, their significance. And so, like, the missions we have here, where it's like, oh, this team has to move the statue of this, like, panther thing. It's like, I don't know what this means. I don't know why this is significant. And the fact that I assume there is, like, a lore significance to this that I'm just oblivious to almost creates, like, an ostracizing effect, where it's like, I almost dislike it because I feel like there's just stuff here I'm not aware of. And it's like, oh, I'm sure this is like interesting and significant to people who do know what's going on, but I'm not one of those people. So that inherently just sort of like pushes me away from being interested in it, you know? Which is just like another subjective aspect of Rivals. Penny's tone and delivery of her lines don't really work. I mean, I think they work, but they work in the way of, like, she's an annoying, like, child, for lack of a better term. What the hell? Did you see that? Why couldn't I walk through there? What was that? That was weird. That was weird. Maybe because they say their hero names out loud during ult. I don't know. Give Penny Parker chef skin so she can say it's spider time, yeah.
Assemble!
Lines in place. Gear up, little one. Let's do some damage.
Diva's an annoying child, but her voice lines are good. That's because Diva's like almost a meme with how absurd it is that it's like, oh, she's a gamer girl, but she's like an actual combat mech pilot. That's why it's funny. But like Penny Parker is just like a oh, I'm clearly the best spider in all the multiverses. It's like, okay, like why would you say that outside of you just being like full of yourself? Like, yeah, it's the same pitfalls that Kiriko ironically falls into. But even Kiriko has like little semblances of like kindness and likability that like somewhat elevate her. Also, Kiriko's cute, which you know is like major bonus points. You know, you don't care for the team-up mechanic, but what are some team-up abilities you think could be cool based purely on what it would do, even if it would be better for an entirely new character? Talking about Overwatch or Rivals team-ups? Because Overwatch, I think we'd need to get, like, the Reinhardt Brig combined shield like we saw in 0 Hour. I think that's, like, the big one everyone would want. Outside of that, I don't know. Maybe something for like Genji and Hanzo working together.
together.
What I do may seem dangerous.
Meant Rivals.
I've never felt safer than when
I am not familiar enough with like Marvel characters to know what would like make sense for anyone. So I couldn't even tell you.
At the center of the web of life and destiny sits the Master Weaver.
Is he a giant mystical spider I can punch in the heart?
No.
Too bad. That's kind of my signature move.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
This is
3.
gonna hurt.
Even interactions like that one between her, Penny and like Iron Fist are like,
Securing the mission area.
I don't know, like there's something just like weird about it. I think it also has to do a lot with the whole like multiverse context. I think multiverses are inherently uninteresting by the nature of them just being like beyond reasonable comprehension as a concept.
We're better when we work together.
So like you have like for Overwatch, it's like, oh, these are all characters that currently exist in this world. Sure, the world is fantastical and advanced compared to our modern world, but like
This is gonna hurt.
you can envision a character like Reaper and Widowmaker and Doomfist like interacting because they're all part of like some organization. But then in Rivals, it's like, oh, you have Jeff and Penny and Spider-Man, and like Penny and Spider-Man are like the same person, but from different like realities, and like they're not exactly the same person. And they have weird interactions where they like acknowledge that they're aware of that, but also they don't really have like an explanation for like how any of this even works in terms of like them all being here. And I think like that also introduces a level of like immersion breaking in a sense, where it's like, I feel like the world itself, given the whole multiverse aspect of these characters being from different realities, kind of just compromises my ability to get like invested in the world itself, because it feels just sort of like more intrinsically absurd and unbelievable than something like Overwatch.
Be your best self.
Again!
I am ready to put on a show.
Is a big problem where comics, shows, games, movies feel inaccessible to casual enjoyers. Yeah, like absolutely. Because there's so much going on, and it's like, I see a character like Penny, and it's like, oh, she's interesting. Like, what's up with her character? And then someone just drops like a whole wiki article in terms of like, oh, well, Penny's from this reality, and she does this and this and this, and her parents died, and because of this thing tied in with this other. It's like, I don't care. Like,
A nice deep
I was interested. Now I just don't care. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to know like any of that. So yeah, there's definitely a degree of like things get so complex with all the history of these characters and the Marvel just like expanded universe that like
Fireworks.
I can kind of appreciate them on an individual character level if the character's likable, but like beyond that, I just instantly lose interest because it's like I don't have time for this. I can just appreciate that Captain America is a cool, upstanding citizen with the powers to like, you know, do the right thing. Like I can enjoy that and appreciate that. I can appreciate Penny having a cool mech. I'm not interested in anything beyond that because I don't have the time. Hello, Vanta Black. Welcome.
This is real firepower! Assemble!
You want to see the Sonic movie? No, not really. I don't really care for Sonic.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Just added the new version to the artwork channel. Oh boy, I'll have to take a look after this match. I hope it's nothing too dubious.
Fireworks.
Grow up.
I feel like Marvel Rivals is just for fans instead of finding lore, finding interesting about characters. Hell, Valorant interests you more than Marvel Rivals. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Marvel Rivals is
Against the world.
not solely, but a major reason Rivals is so successful is because there are so many people who are already huge Marvel fans. And, like, I get that. I would be the same way if this was My Hero Academia Rivals. Like, I would be eating that game up if it existed, even if it was like gameplay wise the same as Marvel Rivals. It's just the IP and the theming of it like would totally win me over. So I understand why a lot of people love Rivals if they're a big Marvel fan. Like, of course they do. I absolutely get that. But then for someone like me, who isn't a Marvel fan, that does nothing for me. If anything, it turns me off because it feels like this game is, like, on its very core, made for someone who isn't me. Like, this game isn't made for me, basically, is what it feels like. And I can still have fun with it. And I do still have fun with it. But that's always going to hinder my experience of it. Because it feels like the game isn't made for me. There is a PvP MHA shooter. There's that like Battle Royale one, which I've been meaning to try. I've been kind of meaning to try it, but like I've heard it's kind of shit. Plus, it doesn't have Mina in it, which, let's be honest, at the end of the day, that would be the real reason I play it. Until they add Mina, I don't know if I'll be able to push myself to actually play it. Play Team Fortress 2 on the next stream. Ah, maybe someday. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see this alternate version. Oh, you just altered the color of it to make it nighttime,
You'll need a
but with
top-notch team
pink.
to win this one.
What is Ian Ricardo? What is the implication here of this color change you've put through? What is the significance of this palette choice? Well, we've already got Penny and Mantis, so they're both my mains out. We'll play Rocket. Man, I really want to like Rocket.
There's nothing I can't fix.
30 seconds before
Like,
you
on
attack.
paper, he seems like a character I would really enjoy, not only in terms of his abilities, but also character-wise, because I love little shit mammal characters. The problem is, he feels like ass playing.
Glad to help.
I hate his boost ability.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't
Looking at
forget,
voice lines, saw a
secure
training bot
mission
had one for
top
flanking and
priority.
stuff. Interesting.
Target-rich environment. Heads up.
Penny and Thor team up as Penny webs electrified to deal low, constant damage, and Thor's ult creates a big web on impact. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Having allies make webs for Penny. I think that, in terms of like team up mechanics, I think that'd be a cool one to do. Because that's like a pretty passive effect that could definitely benefit her. Nope. Oh my.
Wind and thunder are by your side.
Really like multiversal stuff. The thought of other possibilities and thoughts that can be visualized is cool to you. My issue with multiverse stuff is that it feels like it removes stakes. It's like, oh no, a character died. Oh, but they're still alive in infinite other realities, so like, you know. And like, it's like the human brain can't comprehend a multiverse is the other problem. It's like you can understand the concept of it, but like the scope of it is so beyond any sort of realistic understanding that like you don't actually understand a multiverse. No human could. It just becomes, oh, there's different versions. Like, oh, in this version, my favorite character has blue hair instead of green or whatever. Or like in this version, this guy's a bad guy instead of a good guy. It comes down to like these really simplistic things that ultimately just feel like what do these really add? Why not just make like a singular universe with like the coolest version of everything in the context of that story and those characters in that universe? It kind of just feels like a cheap cop-out to just have like a bunch of stuff.
Pulse charge. Fire. Our foes have arrived.
I'm not a fan of multiverses, as you can probably tell. Like, I think it's interesting in a smaller context, like with Overwatch's Mirror Watch event, where it's like, ooh, what if we inverted everything in an alternate universe? Like, that's interesting. But to then be like, oh, there's an infinite number of universes, and each one has like a different alignment of like any given character, where it's like there's a universe where, you know, Reaper's a good guy, but Doomfist is still a bad guy type stuff. It's like, at that point, it's like, what are we even doing here? And especially then when you're like a newcomer to a franchise like I am relatively for Marvel, and I could play a game like Rivals, it's like, oh, there's a bunch of characters. They seem kind of interesting. And then it's like, oh, these two characters are from the same reality. This one's like a spin-off variant of one of these other characters from a different reality. This person's got their own thing going on. This person may or may not be like a meta meme in their mere existence, and they don't actually canonically exist in any multiverse. It's like, what? I think at that point, I just don't care, which, you know, is a big issue with a lot of things like this. Also, I'm not focusing at all. I've not been throwing out my little pylon thing. In all universes, Kiriko is still annoying. Yes, she has to be. I do like the meme aspect of like that one Strange line where it's like in every universe, like he loves whatever her name is. I like that just in the context of how like stupid it is that there's a multiverse and yet every multiverse is identical in that one regard. Like that just seems so dumb, but like really funny at the same time. Yeah, it's like in every universe, Kiriko is annoying. Like that's so absurd. Oh. Which character you're referring to as a meta meme, not a single character? Well, like Jeff, and characters like Gwenpool even, where it's like her whole thing is that she's like a real person who enters the comic world and is like a weird like meta type character because she's like aware of everything in these comics she's now a part of. It's like, what does that even like actually mean? I feel like that's one of those things that's like, it's funny to think about because of how strange and absurd it is. But then like, how do you actually execute any interesting story that involves that?
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
It's like, at that point, you've just utterly ditched immersion as a component of your world, which I am not a fan of ever. Simply put, Gwenpool is an isekai? Yeah, and I hate isekais. So there you go. If a multiverse is real, you pray your canon event isn't being ugly. Yeah, I mean, that's like another thing. Like, I almost feel like on some weird sort of subconscious level, the idea of multiverses invites the comparison in like a negative sort of way, where it's like, oh, well, in this multiverse that may or may not exist, my girlfriend's a 9 instead of just an 8, and it's like,
Pick your hero.
is that really a healthy sort of thing to consider? Like, maybe that's getting like a little ridiculous in terms of critiquing multiverses, but as someone who struggles with perfectionism, I look at multiverses and it's like, oh no, things can always be better and I will never be satisfied.
I'm here to finish the fight that my father began. I hope I make him proud.
Overwatch doesn't go into huge multiverse. Instead, it just has one alternate universe. Right, and the alternate universe isn't even canon. It's just like a one-off, like, fun, themed event they've done. It's not like Marvel, where it's like, no, everything actually exists in all these other multiverses. Because, like, in this case, it's like, oh, okay, like,
Get ready.
I don't know. I find it so much harder to care about characters and stories and events that are part of a multiverse where it's just like anything can just happen as like a variant of it. It's one thing if you like reboot a series and are like, oh, we're taking these same characters and events, but like, you know, remaking them as like a different type of that story. That's one thing. But for something to actively exist as part of a multiverse where it's like, oh, Batman's evil in this one, it's like, okay, whatever. I don't know. It's just, I've never been fond of multiverses. Gaps in the Hydra table look annoying to clean. Oh, I didn't pay attention to it. I'm not sure what those looked like. Go, spiders. Use something other than Discord with no file restrictions. I have an email, masterianmailbox@gmail.com. You can find it linked on my channel. If you have something big that you want to just send via email, you're free to do that as well. Multiverse is done to death in all forms of media. Yeah, I think multiverses are interesting on a conceptual level, but they're very difficult to execute in a satisfying way. They're interesting because they're so grand that it's like, whoa, what if, you know, what if Batman was evil, like, and that sort of thing. Then, like, in execution, it's hard to, like, execute something well that feels good that's part of a multiverse.
That doesn't count.
Who dares summon the Queen of Hell?
Marvel fans be like, this character is from this character is different from multiverse. Characters just want to know the lore and character, please. Yeah, I mean, that really is what it is. It's like, oh, who's Penny? You can't understand who Penny is without reading, like, a 10,000 word Wikipedia article. Like, okay. It's like, okay. You know, I just wanted to know about this one character I enjoyed playing. I didn't want to have to do homework. And it really feels like that for so many Marvel characters. Website spider mines. I know. I've researched how to play Penny,
Someone has to protect it.
which is another thing. Man, I really didn't want it to be just me shitting on Rivals today. I wanted to just have fun with it, but like, too many characters in Rivals are over-designed. Hey, thank you for the pet double edge. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I wouldn't know. I don't fight to hurt people.
Like,
I fight to heal them.
Penny has too much going on. I like her playstyle, but I think she has too many little parts in it.
Tells me I should start with you. The battle starts in 5, 4,
Also, I don't think there's any... If there was a way to better indicate to the player that your mines are hidden when they're in the web, that would be better. Because as it is, I don't think there really is any indicator that I'm aware of outside of literally reading how the ability works outside of the actual gameplay, or just watching an enemy Penny play, and noticing that her mines are invisible while in the webs.
Time for some fireworks.
Issue with multiverse concept and entertainment is any kind of uses for the most part to find a humorous side of grounded, serious characters. Yeah, I don't know. Waiver of the multiverse in your D&D campaign. Ah, thank you for Suzu. In your D&D campaign, was that each universe is some sort of reboot of the current one because your character has gone through some lore changes over time. I don't know. In general, I'm not really a fan of like alternate universes. If anything, I'm more interested in like alternate dimensions as like a thing, like the Upside Down from Stranger Things, or you know, if there's like a spirit world in Avatar as like an alternate like dimension, basically. I think those are more interesting because those feel like different faces of one universe as opposed to just completely separated universes that are all independent of each other and yet somehow are able to like connect.
Capture more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Legions of hell are beyond count.
Hello, Jebris. Welcome. About to play Marvel Rivals yourself? Well, good luck with it. I hope you have a good time. This game needs a lot of optimizing. I don't... I've seen a lot of people complain about the game not running well. I haven't really encountered any of that, to be honest. The game runs perfectly fine for me, unless Strange opens a portal. Then my FPS tanks, but other than that, like... Hey! That's pretty good.
No hard feelings, you royal catnip.
Yeah, of course Penny has lines like that, too, where it's just like... What is she saying? Love the Planes of Existence from D&D. I'm moderately familiar with those. One thing instantly drew to MHA, no multiverse, just one world. One set of characters, simple, sweet, and more grounded in the real world. Yeah, that is one of my favorite parts about My Hero. It feels so incredibly grounded. It's like there's one absurdist component to it, which is quirks, by their very nature, are utterly absurd, make no sense, and have no basis of reality, but they're the only thing that breaks that otherwise utterly grounded world and story. Which I like. Because it's like, okay, this is like the one thing, localize all the absurdity to quirks merely as a component, and then the rest you just play it straight from there. And I like how they do that. Like, I like going into this world where it's like, oh, this guy fires tape out of his elbows. What? Like, that makes no sense. Why would that ever evolve as, like, any sort of natural or artificial, like, component of someone's physiology? It's just what he does. And you just go with it because that's just the absurd part of it. And that's why I like it so much. Guess we're back to Penny.
Finish the fight that my father began.
Honestly, I've been noticing playing it that like tank is the least played role. People are complaining about not having supports. I basically always have someone queuing support in my matches. At least one, if not two or even three sometimes. But I rarely see people playing tank.
Before you attack, get ready.
Which is fine, because I like playing Penny, but...
That's some nice armor you got there, sweetheart.
Even Mina, a girl who turns pink and shoots acid. Well, Mina is actually, I would say, one of the less egregious in terms of like how nonsensical hers is. Because hers at least follows some semblance of like, oh, this is a biological mutation. It's like her body generates acid, and the acid, by its like chemical composition, turns her skin pink and her eyes black. And then her horns are like arguably linked to it in some other way as well. Like that, at least you can like argue a biological, like almost evolutionary type existence to her quirk existing. Whereas Sero being able to fire tape out of his elbows is utterly nonsensical. And yet, despite the nonsense of it, they managed to keep it well grounded, and it makes sense. And it's not about, oh, how powerful the quirks are per se, but rather how the characters themselves utilize said quirks as a tool to, you know, be a hero or a villain or save the day or whatever. Sadly discovered mines were invisible when walking out of spawn and your entire team got wiped. Yeah, I will say, I love when my team is dominating and I can just sort of AFK as Penny and build a massive mine nest where I have like 10 mines in just one little area. And then I just watch like an enemy, like Thor or Captain America or Hulk or someone just walk in, just instantly get obliterated. Like, oh, there they go. Is Toga just psychotic? You're asking if that's her quirk? Her quirk is she can transform into people. She's like a shapeshifter. And I think her psychotic mannerisms are a, well, not so subtle side effect of that, without getting too much into it. Okay, we gotta push up. Go up. No! Yeah, Penny has that issue too, where she's a very defensive character. It's hard to play her on offense on maps like this.
Nando, that doesn't count.
What are these weird keyhole things anyway? Got your back so soon. I like smashing arms. Here come our next fighter.
I am ready to put on a show.
Mine's in place.
Boo!
Hello, Hecates. Welcome, welcome. Coming in with your boo, as you always do. Never seen MHA? Yeah. Who's my favorite villain in MHA? I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know that any of the villains in MHA are, like... I think the villains, by and large, in MHA are a lot less interesting than the heroes. Not that they're bad by any means, but, like... all of my favorite characters are heroes.
Letting the dark shine.
Don't count us out yet.
You just send you the download address. I mean, depending on what site it's being downloaded from, I may or may not follow it because I don't want to take any risks for just like downloading things if they're too dubious in their origin. It'd be better if you could just download the files into like a, you know, something that you can send through like a drive link or something. Or just send them via email if that works too. Because I don't want to necessarily, like, if it's from, like, a GitHub type thing, like, maybe. But if you're having, like, your own site for downloading it, I probably wouldn't do that, just because I don't want to take that sort of security risk from somebody I don't know.
Be careful.
Worth checking this place out.
Currently binge watching MHA, so many quirks are absolutely useless. Yeah, and I like that too as a component of it. Like, the vast majority of quirks, technically, in the world are, like, at best, just, like, trivial curiosities. that add nothing to your abilities to function as a human. Like, most of them are utterly worthless, with some of them arguably even being, like, outright detrimental for a lot of people. Like, some of them are effectively just straight up disabilities. But that's just the nature of how quirks work. And, like, that's part of what makes them interesting. It's totally random what they are.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have clear.
Any other Ox need wrecking?
No.
Well, you can't expect.
I should have played Venom there. That's what I should have done. I think Overhaul is the best villain as well. Literally a child abuser. I don't know. I saw a lot of, when I was watching it and got up to like season 4, I saw a lot of hype for Overhaul because I know a lot of people really like him. I was kind of underwhelmed by him as a character. I think that the whole arc with the Yakuza I found to be really underwhelming. I think it kind of dragged on longer than it needed to. I don't know. I don't dislike Overhaul. I think he's a really good villain. It's just, I kind of felt underwhelmed by him. I don't know. I guess that's kind of my feeling about the villains a lot of the time in My Hero. I feel like the villains are kind of lacking. Which one's Overhaul? He's the guy with the Plague Doctor mask who runs the Yakuza group in season 4. The one with the rebuilding quirk, reconstruction, however they describe it. Scream's super blurry for you. Is anyone else encountering that? My preview thing looks like it's running fine. Oh, is it? Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes maps just like won't load properly here. Support. Okay, there we go.
The Guardians of the Galaxy value all life. I'm counting on you.
Playing Penny because it's Kiriko? Maybe.
30 seconds before
Maybe.
attack. Get ready.
Peter, have you somehow ever wondered if you're doing the right thing? You know, going out every night, putting your loved ones in danger?
Every time I put on the mask, Penny, we have a responsibility. Someone has to stand up to all the bullies out there.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Take your favorite characters on pure surface. Mina's goofy and Toga's insane.
Nani, you expecting Peter Parker?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I just don't like Toga because she's a psycho yandere, and I really, really, really do not like psycho characters. Or psycho people. Like, they just put me so on edge that I do not like those types of characters or people. I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I don't want anything to do with that. Try Squirrel Girl. I've played a good bit of Squirrel Girl. She's my most played damage hero.
Sniper, don't let him get a beat on you.
Now the bad guy.
A journey into mystery, yes. Ride.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Another loser.
Let me help.
I am strengthened for battle.
Don't let the spiders get close. A shortcut.
Oh god, not these portals again.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up.
Yeah, the one thing they definitely need to optimize is these strange portals, because they just tank your FPS when you put them down.
Almost bowed out.
Let's bust this place up.
Chin up.
Pep in my step.
Favorite Kiriko skins? I mean, I feel like y'all already know some of my favorites. Got Sukajan, Suki, Spooky Co,
Tagged him with the spider trace.
Lifeguard, Kira. Those are probably my top 5.
Sniper, watch your head.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Wasting magic on you.
Now I got you.
Favorites, so many.
You're halfway there. Keep going. You have to fight alone.
Here comes trouble.
Help is here.
what is, for those of you who play a lot of Rivals, what is your experience with like match balance? Because I find that a lot of the time, like, my team will basically just be carrying me, and I'm just sitting here doing nothing, and we just effortlessly win. And then a lot of the time, it's the inverse, where it's like, you know, like we just get crushed. I feel like, yeah, that's another aspect. It's like, a lot of the time, it feels like my impact in the game is negligible, regardless of whether we win or lose. Like, there have been so many times where I just sit there AFKing as Penny, just building a nest, contributing nothing, and our team just wins. And then there's so many other times where it's like, I'm trying my hardest and nothing I do has any impact on, like, us being able to actually turn the tides and win. Which, you know, might just have more to do with the 6v6 format than anything. But it's definitely something I've noticed a lot. See ya, Tinte. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Put some pep in my step.
Love the overhaul arc. Found his combination being abusive towards a young girl, along with having incredibly overpowered quirk, made him terrifying. Yeah. I think we should have seen Overhaul use his quirk more, in like a really aggressive way, though, is the thing. Because at that point in the show, they're still hesitant to just like recklessly kill people, which is something I think that, you know, the show should have done more. Is literally kill people. Like, even if it's less villains, I feel like with a quirk like Overhaul's, he needs to be more violent.
Your powers are mine! Never miss!
There we go. There we go. I'll be honest. I keep forgetting that Mantis even has a sleep ability. I don't think I used sleep once that entire time because I never even like needed to. That's such a big part of it. I like a lot of these characters just feel like they have abilities they don't really need. It's the whole bloated kit aspect. Like, does Mantis really need to be able to sleep people? Does she really need to be able to empower herself as like a separate ability? Have I read the Xmas Overwatch comic? I have, yes. One of the things you have an issue with in Rivals is map design. Feels like the space is too tight and there's almost too much cover. I don't think I have an issue with the map design itself. I just wish there were more maps. There's not enough map variety. The maps themselves, I think, are fine for the most part. But I don't know what to tell you, Hecate's. My preview indicates that it's coming through clear, and it doesn't look like anyone else is having an issue, so it might be your internet's acting up or something. Try Venom. It's like 4 maps. I think there's 8, but they're like divided amongst like 4 different locations is the thing. I think it's like each location is like 2 variants of map. But yeah, it just does not feel like there's enough maps. One thing I will say, I like the wall climbing mechanics of Venom and Spider-Man. I think they did a good job with like making these feel good, how you can just sort of hang out on walls and sort of navigate. It's like the one mobility aspect of Rivals. I was like, they actually did a pretty good job with this. This feels fun to use. The swinging, not so much, but at least the wall climbing is nice.
Don't forget, securing the mission area is your top priority.
This looks like a gig for the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's literally what she does in the movies. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she has to have it as an ability in her kit. Like, or if she does, like, I don't know, maybe find... I think more than anything, it's not... I'm not very issue with the sleep, per se. I think at that match specifically, I just never needed to use it, so I never thought to use it. I don't like that she can empower herself. I think that's what, like, actually makes her kit excessive for Mantis. I like the idea of her being, like, dependent on her team. Like, she has to empower her team to be useful, you know? Make her, like, a glass cannon type support character. Which she already basically is, but, like, even more so by not having her empower herself. Ooh. Ooh. There we go.
Mind over matter.
We make a good team.
Sleep dart's so weird in a fast-paced game. Talking about Ana sleep dart?
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
See you, Scorpico. Thanks for stopping by. Have a Merry Christmas. Take care. Talking about Mantis's thing? I don't know. I think it's probably fine that she is asleep, but like overall, I think it, you know, it's just another component in a kit that I feel like has a bit too much in it. Like Venom, I don't think he should have his tether ability, is his thing, where he like holds people. It's like it doesn't feel that effective a lot of the time. And it's just like another thing he can do. He can already swing, he can already pile drive, he can already adaptive shield. Like, yes, he is great value Wrecking Ball. And I kind of wish he was just that, because I think he actually plays fine as this in the context of the game. But then he also has like his like, oh, tether grab people thing, which like doesn't feel very useful a lot of the time. And I don't think I've ever seen it like actually have an impact on anything. But it's just another thing he can do, which so many characters have that in this game. Jeff's bubbles boop. Why? Do they boop? Like knockback type boop? Whoops.
We are undefeatable.
Also, his ult just like never feels like it does anything. Ooh. Can I climb up here? I can't stand up there, but I can climb.
By the eye of Agamotto!
We will make Wakanda proud.
right back.
Tons of excessive abilities. Rocket Station can res and give super jumps. Wait, his station gives super jumps? What? I didn't even know that. I knew it spat out armor packs and resurrected people, which I'm actually kind of okay with it, having like 2 little abilities like that, but I didn't know it gave you super jump. How does that work? Do you have to be like near it to super jump?
Get that vehicle moving again.
Armor packs give you super jump. Really? I never even knew that. I thought they were just Torb armor packs. I didn't realize they did anything beyond that.
We are undefeatable.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Ah. Sometimes puts out blue packs, which gives super jump. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. If I have, I've just never like noticed that it was different from the armor. Huh. Grinding XP in Fortnite right now. Mina's festival variant is so good and cute. Oh, you're talking about the UA, the Culture Festival concert one, the yellow one, the yellow outfit, the one I use. Yeah, I love that skin. She looks so good in it. Yeah. Darn. I shouldn't have dove into that. Imagine if they did a surprise drop, new MHA cosmetics in Fortnite for Christmas. I mean, I don't know what they would even add. I mean, they probably had Froppy if they're doing more characters, but like, I've already got Mina. I've got all I need from MHA.
You're welcome. Don't mind me. I'm just
Wakanda is depending on us.
Only 60 seconds left.
Hey, I was gonna hit those people.
We will make Wakanda proud.
Begging for Mirko and Tsuyu. Froppy is the one that like I think they should definitely add.
Hey, Dee, enjoy
We are undefeatable.
I still don't really understand why Mina was added instead of Froppy. Like, it's very weird that Mina was their choice of character. I am not complaining, but it is very strange. Oh yeah. I literally forgot Mina was here on stream right now. I forgot I had her enabled. I just glanced over and saw her. Who is more cake, Venom or all Overwatch girls combined? I don't know. Venom's got a pretty intense cake. He's got a whole ass bakery down there. He's definitely putting them Overwatch gals to shame, but at the same time, Overwatch's got some pretty hefty ones too. Saw a clip of Tsuyu last night. Wasn't the voice you were expecting? Was it the subbed or dubbed version? Like Japanese or English audio? Because, I mean, she sounds like what you would expect a frog girl to sound right? English audio? I mean, she sounds like a frog. Like, what would you expect her to sound like?
Getting my kicks. I am only 60 seconds left.
Harissa Peak Cake needed 4 legs to hold that thing up. Yeah. I will say, everyone who's saying that, like, Marvel Rivals is blowing Overwatch out of the water in, like, the sex appeal department, to put it that way, I think they're nuts. Like, yeah, there's some good-looking characters in Rivals, but, like, by and large, Overwatch is so much better. Like, Psylocke can't come close to competing with, like,
By the
Widow.
eye of Agamotto.
Suffer. No! Squirrel Girl, though? I mean, yeah, she's good looking, but, like, may exist.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Does Penny have cake? I don't know if I've ever even seen that side of her, because she's always a mech.
Against the world. We are undefeatable.
Aww. Would have loved if they added Vigilante Deluxe variant, and it would be funny if they added Ares back bling, like in the final battle between Overhaul and Deku. An Ares back bling would actually be really funny. Like, honestly, the fact that people think Psylocke competes with, like, even half the Overwatch ladies is kind of wild to me. That master out your name. Watch the dumb sex appeal comparison be one of the parts that Blizzard hears the most about and tries to outclass them at. But that's the thing. I think Overwatch already is outclassing rivals in that department by like a long shot. I think the art style also majorly contributes to that, which I guess is another subjective thing. I just find the Overwatch art style way more appealing than the rivals art style. Not even just in that department, just in general, I think it's a lot better. We got 3 supports, you say? 3, you say? Well, that means we can play damage. I'll go Squirrel Girl. Speaking of...
Hello, my name's Doreen Green, and it makes me sad when people don't...
People out there who believe Overwatch Rule 34 is the only thing keeping Overwatch alive. I think, honestly, people have it backwards.
Stay strong.
I don't think the content, should we call it, is what's keeping Overwatch alive. I think the content is evidence that Overwatch is still alive. The content wouldn't exist if people didn't care about the game in some sense.
Squirrels. Does that count? I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
So certainly the thriving content scene is evidence that the game isn't dead.
2, 1.
But I wouldn't say that the game is thriving because of the content scene,
We need to stop
per se.
people in-
Although there is certainly back and forth. They help each other. Hit level 125 in Fortnite. Hey, way to go.
Better stop that vehicle.
Time to go nuts.
Oh, now that's...
Whoops.
They made halfway. Stop them. What type of feeling? So cold.
Why can't they have passive healing? Why can't they have passive healing?
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. They are coming. Oh, I need assistance.
I'm playing Alari a lot lately.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, Alari is a character I just never vibed with.
Better stop that vehicle.
I haven't played her much. Drawing my character is quite the challenge. Really? Even though it's made out of basic rectangular shapes, in essence. I mean, you're free to simplify the design a lot to make it more humanoid and easy to draw, if you want. Be my guest. Take whatever creative liberties you deem necessary.
Maximum pulse.
Ball in 6v6 feels so right. I'm very mixed on Ball in 6v6. On the one hand, it feels like he's actually able to like play how he's supposed to play, but on the other hand, he gets utterly shredded by having 6 enemies when he's trying to dive in and pick off someone. Like, it's so hard for him to get picks because there's the extra tank to peel, and he just gets obliterated anytime he tries to go backline. So I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on Ball in 6v6. I will say Zarya feels so good to play in 6v6 again. Okay. Have I played Scarlet Witch? I have not. No. Gotta be sneaky, not commit until you bait out cooldowns. I guess, but there's just like so many more people there. You can't isolate people nearly as easily. And since you're effectively like, I mean, not really an off tank, but like, you're not gonna have like a Zarya there to bubble you and like protect you to enable your diving like that. See you, Knuckles. Have a good one. Happy holidays. Hey. Just like Junkrat. When your other tank is also mobile. I suppose if you're running dual dive tanks. Like, that would be, like, the proper way to do it. But, like, again, at that point, now you're just hinging on your other tank to, like, abide by your playstyle, which brings us back to one of the issues of Overwatch 1. Yeah, it's... like, it's nice having that other tank there to peel for you and to, like, help to bear the load of tanking, but at the same time, in a lot of situations, it's like the other tank isn't playing the tank you want them to play to enable what you're trying to do, and it's just like, oh yeah, I remember how this used to work. Maybe you're not forced to constantly swap because you get hard countered by just getting swapped by the enemy tank, but, like, at the same time, yeah, things don't always work out on your own team. It's mixed. It's mixed. I would say that's my overall take on the 6v6 test. It's very mixed. There's a lot I like about it and a lot I definitely don't like about it, and I'm not really sure which I prefer in the end at this point. There's pros and cons to both in terms of, like, actually playing and enjoying it. Hello, Tristavision. Welcome. Uh-oh. Woo! Not again, no! MIG, Autobot or Decepticon? Oh, definitely an Autobot. Don't be confused on that. Definitely an Autobot. Peak junk gameplay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've played Some Junkrat in my days. You know what? This web sitting here is very concerning. Unless she does that every time she respawns, that would be why. She grapples the same spot. Because, like, if she's using one of her 3 small webs and is just leaving it there, which means she hasn't used it, like, 3 times since placing it, I was like, that would explain what we're losing. But she probably just redeploys it every time she respawns for her grapple. Oh, she's so low.
I never miss.
What vehicle mode would I have if I were to transform? Who's to say this isn't my vehicle mode right now? If 6v6 isn't way better, they should stick to 5v5 for the queue times. Also because they've spent the past, what, 2.5 years at this point, not counting the time leading up to the launch of Overwatch 2, balancing the game for 5v5, which they would then have to take X amount of time rebalancing back in the direction of 6v6. So yeah, I think 6v6 has to be a smashing success in these tests for it to be worth them going the 6v6 route at this point. Because we're already so deep into 5v5 that, like, the amount of effort it would take to go back to 6v6 properly as the core mode, it would have to really be worth it.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Taking away Fire Strike and then turn the nerf on pin is criminal for Ryan. Ugh, Ryan feels so bad. Like, he's good in 6v6. You play him with Zarya, he's real good, just like he was back in the original days. But he feels bad to play compared to 5v5 Ryan. Because, yeah, it's just, he's weaker. He's weaker in so many, like, hard, tangible ways that... Yeah, it doesn't feel good playing him. And what's my alt mode? Wouldn't you like to know? I can't give away my identity or I wouldn't be a robot in disguise, you know? You know me as haha Omnic MIG Gamer. But if I revealed my true form, then I'd reveal my secret identity.
Don't know, don't care. One moon is more than enough for me.
Turn into a vending machine?
You're missing a huge opportunity, dude.
Hey now.
Have you ever thought about franchising?
My cousin is a vending machine. I take offense to that. Your tiny boxy Jeep in my eyes. Tiny boxy Jeep. I could see that. I could see that. Top 112 in Marvel Rivals. 112 what? Ranked wise, you mean? It's pretty impressive if you're top almost 100 ranked in Rivals. I wonder what rank like Flats is. Sleep.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area! Hold still, I'm trying to help. I am wounded. Who will help?
I really like that line from Mantis. I am wounded. Who will help? I think Mantis, one of the reasons I like Mantis so much is she's one of the few characters in Rivals who, like, I don't find annoying in terms of their voice lines and things they say. Like, she just seems like nice.
I'll get you next time.
Who wants a piece of me now? On your toes. Here they come.
You don't have to fight alone. Let me help. Counting on you, friend. Powering up.
Mantis is your main along with Squirrel Girl. Hey, what's the meta right now? The game's been out long enough. There's probably some semblance of a meta at this point.
Never miss.
You needed some help, didn't you? Chin up.
Surprised more people don't hog hook enemies into their team and have Ana sleep them to jump them.
Full force.
I mean, some people do that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it requires coordination between the hog and the Ana at the very least, plus the rest of the team to capitalize on it. I'm sure it'd happen a lot more in bigger stacks of players.
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh, I realized Penny was almost dead. No. Whatever will we do without great value Kiriko?
An iron suit cannot withstand a psychic blade.
There we go. Honestly, I think Mantis, in a weird sense, plays a lot like Kiriko. Like, she feels like I'm playing Kiriko more than any other character I think I've played in Rivals so far. And I think a lot of it has to do with her core gameplay loop of her having, like, the primary attack and then the healing as, like, the alternate. Like, that sort of, like, back and forth loop of just, like, the damage and the healing, and then having alternate abilities you sort of cycle in on their respective cooldowns. It feels very similar to Kiriko.
Call me Star-Lord when we're, you know, out.
Una's ult is so ridiculous looking. Yeah, it kind of is.
The battle starts in 5, 4.
Say that because it just happened to you and you feel abused. You'd like compensation? Well, your compensation is that you run that strat against the next team you face.
I've seen some weird stuff in my day.
A lot of Magneto, Groot, Strange for tanks. Yeah, I've heard that Groot is like super strong, and he definitely feels like it sometimes when I play it against him. A lot of the best teams are running 2-2-2. Well, that makes sense. Ella, Hawk, Moon Knight are best DPS, and Mantis, Luna are best supports. Tanks, probably Strange and Magneto. So not Jeff. So Jeff isn't meta support.
Area is yours to capture now. We are undefeatable. Anger is healthy. The mission area is yours. Another one for us. Help, friends.
Oop. I let my team die. Oh well.
Control lost. Chin up.
The enemy has arrived.
Watch me go. Anger is healthy.
Yikes! We all know they felt that, Mantis.
Leave them to Khonshu.
Control C. Let me help.
Power of the moon.
People mainly play Jeff for the memes. Yeah, that would check out. One of the few streamers you can watch all the way through without getting bored and leaving, which is rare. Someone like you can barely sit 5 minutes through any stream. Why? Why do you suppose that is? Is it the chat engagement? I feel like a lot of people who enjoy watching my streams is because I tend to talk with chat pretty consistently. Which is something a lot of streamers can't really do just because of the size of their viewership and whatnot. Or because, you know, they're like actual competitive gamers who focus heavily on the game.
Whoever they are, they don't look friendly. To be helpful.
Like when they fix up the destroyed structures. I actually hate when they fix the destroyed structures because it always gets in my way. I'm like in the middle of trying to kill someone or do something, then a wall just magically reappears there. It's like, gee, thanks.
Judge,
No.
Ready to put on a show.
Jeff feels like the worst support to you, apart from maybe Loki. Just feels easily killable playing as and against. Perhaps. Of Mantis, Mitchie doesn't need 275 HP. I kind of wish he was a bit more glass cannon-y. I think that would better lean into her, like, style. Get rid of the self boost and maybe do something with her health, and then make up for it by, like, buffing her teammate boost or something like that. Make her more like a Mercy in a sense, which is ironic for me to say, seeing as I like playing Mantis.
We are undefeatable. Systems restarting. You don't have to fight alone. Everybody needs control seeds.
Should I bury you on land or at sea? We earned this.
Ease down.
That's a great hit, Luna.
No hiding from us
Enemy
now,
tag.
buddy.
Follow them.
Streamer isn't toxic or mean, just chill. Yeah, I guess that's another thing. A lot of streamers will be like really toxic in the way they act, which I don't know. I guess I'm just a chill tuber.
Another epic victory.
Think you like this next one even more than your last. Oh my, you are on a roll with this artwork, Ian Ricardo. Way to go. I always appreciate seeing your stuff. And that goes for everyone out there who does artwork of stuff. I'm always happy to see it. Because I appreciate you guys, you know, doing your little pieces and even just hanging out here in chat. I always appreciate it. Remember how powerful Brig and Alari were on release? Oh yes, Brig especially.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Well, we got 2 tanks, so I guess I'll play support.
Life energy is a powerful weapon against evil.
Not afraid to be silly and weird.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think it just kind of makes it more fun to be that way, you know? To just be goofy as hell. Like, why not? Like I'm some sort of upstanding citizen who has to maintain my composure for any reason. Like, I can just have fun. Like, why not?
The battle starts in 5.
I'd rather have fun than not, you know?
3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from
Took a break for drawing for 2 weeks and would like to get back into the groove, so making some of you help. Also love your reaction towards them. I mean, I'm always thrilled to see anything people do like that. The fact that anyone does like artwork at all for me, I think is just kind of amazing. Like, to think that like I've reached the point where there are people who enjoy just like doing funny little, you know, art pieces like that featuring me. I don't know. It's a cool feeling, and I really appreciate seeing people do that sort of stuff.
I need assistance.
That's a real soldier. My power grows.
Focus on the battle.
Gonna do some damage. I am barely wounded. Enemy target located.
My anger is healthy. I vented my anger. Double KO. Did you see? Hawkeye missed.
Also lines like that. Did you see Hawkeye missed? I don't know why, but like Mantis is the one character like I genuinely enjoy her personality in this game. Most of the other characters are just kind of annoying or just like utterly neutral, but then Mantis is like, I like her.
Chin up.
Khonshu has his eye on you.
Practice and study from others eventually improve your skills, just like that. Still on kit. Ah. I mean, yeah, you're talking about drawing. Like 100%. That's how it works. Practice. Literally practice. That is all it takes. I mean, maybe not all it takes, but like that is like the key thing to do. Practice.
I'm doing this my way. Our adversaries gather. Blaze of glory.
You needed some help, didn't you? Help is here.
Twas but a stretch.
I kind of wish the range on the sweep was a bit further. I don't like how close she has to get to people. And I guess maybe that's intentional, just so that it's more of like a defensive technique. So it's like somebody's getting in your face, you sleep them so you can get away. But I don't know. I'm so used to Anna's being something that you can just like fire across the map, that the limited range on her sleep just feels a little, you know, a little restrictive, even if it is an AoE. Worried Ultron is going to just be a Ramatra ripoff personality-wise. I don't know. And we'll see what they do with him. Characters are extremely one-note compared to Kiriko. She's annoying, but has such memorable personality to her. Yeah. And a lot of that, again, ties into me like not being sure how much of these characters I'm just oblivious to, because I'm not extensively knowledgeable about their lore. Like, I know who Mantis is as a character in the lore of, like, Marvel and, like, Guardians of the Galaxy and everything. But, like, there's probably a lot to her character, or a lot to Penny's character, or Punisher, or, like, any of them, where it's, like, there's a lot, like, that you would sort of pick up on if you're a fan of them and know more about the MCU, or just the Marvel Universe, that you wouldn't just playing the game. Which is why I'm not sure how, like, one-note a lot of these characters actually are. Because if they feel one-note in Marvel Rivals, well, maybe it's just because you're only seeing the surface of something that's a lot deeper.
Pleases me to be helpful.
I'm doing this my way.
Only 60 seconds left. It's here.
Cube-shaped, which can help with proportions. Proportions.
Our enemies are here.
Perhaps.
You look tired. We are undefeatable. We are undefeatable. 30 seconds.
Now drop faster.
You don't have to fight alone.
Whoa. Something caused it to lag there. Iron Fist freaking out the game.
Chin up. We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. I feel bad for you.
That's the boost I needed.
Another epic victory.
Don't have clothes, which is easier for beginner artists that don't want to draw folds and stuff. I suppose. Yeah, I imagine... I would say, as someone who's not done like a lot of drawing necessarily, but like I've done like a bit of it. I feel like my design might be kind of easy in a lot of ways because it would be easy to just do like a lot of straight lines. There's not a lot of curves you have to deal with. Which, for me, in my limited experience, I've always found easier to draw. You're naked? Hey now. I'm only naked on the outside. Any news on the MIG musical?
Your hero or villain, I'm not judging.
Not at the moment.
Life energy is a powerful weapon against evil.
We don't have a curvy Ian gamer. Yeah, that's the alternate universe version of me. I'll leave the curviness in this universe to my companions. I think they more than got that covered. Both Farah from Overwatch and a character named Javid from Dislight are just about justice and nothing else, which is a bad example of having good personality. Oh, Farah's personality is abhorrent. She's probably the worst in all of Overwatch. She's so bland in one note.
Gladly. There is something else in you. Something unnatural.
I don't have jiggle physics? What the hell would jiggle about me? What part of me would have jiggle physics? Maybe I could put jiggle physics on my feet. That might be interesting. The Santa hats? I mean, I guess I could have applied it to the Santa hat, but I would have had to change the rigging on it. Nah, it wouldn't be worth it. Wouldn't be worth it.
Here come our next victims. Better than my mutant power.
You needed some help, didn't you? Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. The mission area is yours. Let me help.
Guess I can't sleep the gremlin. Wait, did he already charge ult? What?
Just who I was looking for.
Another arc. Who will rid us of Moonlight?
Got eyes on some bogeys. Strong again.
Other areas, maybe around the chest. What part of my chest looks like it could ever feasibly jiggle? Come on now. Don't be ridiculous. What? I slept. The logo can jiggle? What? What would that even mean? Like, what would that even look like? Y'all are off your rockers. What do you want in a personality? Some might be so annoying that there's nothing salvageable about them, even if others like them. What do you want in a personality? For like a Marvel Rivals character? Or just in general, are you saying? I don't know. I want them to feel real and relatable. Even if it's like someone that I disagree with and don't like as a person, I want their personality to feel genuine. And even like that can even include if the character is like a phony type character where they're always like pretending to be something they're not, and they're by definition not genuine. So long as they're like the writing of the character and the way they express themselves feels genuine as that thing, that's what I like. I like characters with nuance. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's a very complex thing.
I am ready to put on a show. Behold, that child with you.
I always think she's going to say Underminer when she says that. Behold, the Underminer.
We are undefeatable. Let's keep fighting
Letting the dark shine.
Googly eyes. That actually could be a fun thing to add. Maid outfit. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Least of all me. Hard to find a Ramatra photo with fox ears. Fox ears.
One may feel empathy for an enemy and still destroy them.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
The last boss said I should stay away from him. He really hates you.
He should. Also, I see you're not taking his advice.
I don't really let people or demons tell me what to do.
Ugh.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dress up as Sombra for April Fools? Not a chance. Not a chance.
You may have to ally with one Doom temporarily to defeat the other.
Gold. We got gold. Oh, ah. I didn't expect them all to be up there.
Focus on the battle. I live to fight another day. Help is here.
I thought I was ruthless magic.
Just watching Hulk beat the shit out of himself is so funny. Hulk v Hulk.
Mantis has
Have we had a
returned.
Diva nuke this stream yet? No, I don't think we have. Oh, hello. Kiriko Zombie Bloodlust. Is that another new one? I don't remember that name, but then again, there's so many of you at this point, it's hard to keep track of you all.
Enemies are near and better than my berserker.
Yeah, Sombra is most certainly my nemesis, so, no way I would ever.
This is worth celebrating. No symbol of Khonshu can resist Doctor Strange.
Ow. Hey. Oh.
Need some help. Circle of life.
Wait for me. Wait for me.
Moon Knight's been here.
Everyone hates Sombra except Sombra mains. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Shake it up.
Time to go berserker. Look who just showed up.
Capture more than half of the mission. We are undefeated.
Hey, I ulted. Beat it, enemy mantis.
Shake it up.
Oop, oop, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait.
Judge, jury, executioner.
No, 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 get away from me. At least I died by gunfire, so I didn't have to get abused by Hulk.
Circle of life.
My
Don't worry. Don't worry, Ian Ricardo. I'm sure you'll figure it out one of these times.
I am ready to put on a show.
Holy moly. Love that you love saying that meme out loud. What meme? What are you talking about?
We do not have the numbers to match them.
my
Chin up.
Careful, Jeff. Careful. Don't want to lose you just yet.
Nerf this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. Ah!
I'm opening a portal.
They've almost got it.
How dare you? How dare you go and nerf me after all we've been through? And I thought we were on good terms. Baby's first nuke.
We are on our way to
Oh, good lord.
destroy the ark.
Oh, the wait. wait. Wait.
I need assistance.
I love that one. It's so great.
Executioner! I'm Hulk.
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Put on a show. Behind you.
I can't do it. No. Kind of like most presidents these days. What does that mean? What do you mean by this? Just testing the launch codes. Yeah. Well, let's see if this nuke works by firing it at someone. Voice lines are a bit over the top. Yeah. Not the biggest fan either.
Evil is a rejection of life. Thus, I am a guardian against evil.
It's from The Punisher. It's why I told him it's the wrong line. Oh, okay.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I've met many.
What does this button do? Nukes everything.
What makes you?
That'd be me if I ever became president. I'd like open a drawer, find a big red button in the Oval Office, and be like, "Ooh, what does this do?"
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do
Whee!
is capture the mission area. Got it?
I was a prisoner of the Collector. One day, I will get even.
Enemy ahead of us.
Must.
Now's my chance.
I am wounded. Who will help? Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area!
What? That didn't hit her. Oh no! 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 Oh. What an MIG dance emote look like? Good question. Good question.
Feast for my crows. When I rise, they fall.
No! Let me help.
That should keep us going.
Some help. Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. We are undefeatable! I am healed.
You offer protection. I accept.
I am ready to put on a show.
Pesky G. G for MIG.
Circle
A robot. Yeah, I should get like a robot animation for me. Like a little dance emote. No, no, no.
The ark is gone.
Ease down.
There we go. But can someone touch in time? Nah.
The
Moonwalk.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Can't expect to win them all. What did he do? What did he do? Cool if they gave Mina a school uniform variant in the future. Yeah, they could do the school uniform. They could do her cheerleading outfit. Those would both be really nice, but honestly, I like the variants she has. I think her yellow outfit is... It achieves a similar thing to those other ones in terms of aesthetic, but is a more tasteful version, if you know what I mean by that. So it would be nice if she got more variants, but I would never expect it. What else does she have currently? She's got her hero. You're talking about Mina? She has her hero outfit, the teal and purple, and then the yellow concert outfit that she has right now. They can see. Well, just the two, which honestly, considering what a lot of the other MHA characters got in Fortnite, she honestly got a really nice selection. Like, I think she has the best outfit variety out of basically any of them. Because, like, the first wave basically didn't have any variety. Like, there's a little bit with some of them, but not, like, full-on outfits. And then wave 2 was, like, Kirishima got, like, his, like, ultimate form, which was kind of cool, but, like, not as interesting. And then Todoroki got, like, his ice form, which was kind of cool, I guess. But then Mina got hero outfit plus concert outfit. Basically the best they could have done. Surprised you don't main Penny since it's the voice of Kiriko. I do main Penny. You should have been here earlier. I was playing a ton of Penny. Yeah, Penny and Mantis, I feel like, are the two I play the most. Squirrel Girl, I guess, when I play damage. Hear you out, Torb? Torb, excuse me. What do you mean by this? Well, either way, everybody, I do think I'll be wrapping up the stream there. I think we had a good run for today. I want to get some other things done, so I'll have to be wrapping it up. I was originally thinking I'd do a stream on Monday, since Tuesday is Christmas Eve, but at this point, I think I'm probably just gonna not do a stream for, like, early this week. So no stream Monday or Tuesday, but then I'll be back on Thursday with my normal evening stream after Christmas, so I do hope to see you there. Which means, until I see you all next, I hope you have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope you have a good one, celebrating it however you celebrate it, one way or the other. And, yeah. I hope it's a good time for you all. Take some time to relax, spend time with friends and family. And I certainly will be enjoying a bit of a break as well, so. On that note, I will be bidding you all adieu. I will see you all on Thursday. And, yeah. Happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.